Watts got it from Frawley to Bate. Needs to be quick. Sends it down towards half forward. Eludes Garland. Davis goes back. Coming up the ground. Doing well, Rivers. He's flattened. Picked up by Sylvia. Tries to step his way through. Hand passes to Rivers. Open goal square. How will it bounce? Truly.
Well, they can take a deep breath now and get going, Melbourne. I mean, that's what they needed. They just needed their icebreaker, didn't they? And they got it there. Interesting, Tim. Rivers went forward against Collingwood the last time we saw them. It was really good.
It was.
And Garland and Rivers are sort of defensive-type forwards. I think Mark Newell's made a decision. They were going to put blokes in the forward line that are going to be competitive in that area.
And there are three tall marking players there today, Clark and Garland, also Rivers. So that's a new look Melbourne forward line.
Good finish here.
Good play by Colin Sylvia too to pick that ball up off the ground and give it over to Rivers, and that's a very good finish.
And McKenzie floats the ball forward. Dunn, good mark. He's been subbed so often this year, Dunn. I think he'll relish the fact that he started. Kicks the ball towards Clark, and that's a super mark. What a season he's having, eh?
You get the feeling too that Dunn is starting in his right spot for mine. I just like him as a centre half forward. That's where he came to the club.
He pushes hard to the ball. That's what he does, and he can take the ball on the lead. That's the thing about Clark. He actually takes the ball at the highest point, doesn't he, when he marks? He's a great target for the Melbourne players up ground.
I think one of the things that's been impressive about him this year is who he's kicked the goals against. He got 5 against the Eagles in Perth. He got 4 down at Geelong, and he got 4 against Collingwood. I mean, they're not the easy beats in the competition. I mean, for Melbourne, there's no easy beat. I understand that, but he's done really well against the top elite teams and defenders. Been pretty accurate. He's kicked 16-10 from set shots, and he struck that really well. So Melbourne get back on level terms, basically.
Watts got it from Howe and kicks it up towards the wing. Davey, still Davey, quickly to his feet, swings it around the corner. Garland running back is Bate. Needs to just lock the ball into his path. Well, he doesn't do that, but that's not bad either. Under the chest of Rivers. Should get the trip here. He'll kick from inside the 50. He is a long kick, and this is a beauty. Straight through the middle. So Melbourne with the last 3 after the Giants got the opening 2.
Now Garland's on the long lead here, and I'll go to him. I think, good kick coming in from Bate. So Garland, and that's a long high bomb to the forward pocket. Gee, that's a disappointing result. Because,
3 on 1.
Yeah, exactly.
Couldn't get up to reach.
Just didn't need to happen, did it? So Clark with the free kick. So I think it's Bug. Yeah. I think it's Bug. And quickly playing on, and it's a goal. So Clark's kicked a couple. Melbourne reduced the margin.
Right on the line. Clark hooks it down behind. Bug grabs it, kicks towards midfield. Up goes Patton, falling to the ground. Got the hand pass away. In goes Jones. Feeds it back to support Nicholson. Nicholson with the left boot sends it in. Homp's got a fist on it. Clark roving the pack. Lines up at another one. He's got 3 on the term. And just as well.
Great athleticism here by Clark. You see his direct opponent there more didn't even concentrate when the ball was kicked in there. He went one way, Clark went the other.
Well, this is Joel McDonald just drifting into open space, nobody near him. Just forward of the wing, he sends it inside the forward 50. Clark launches himself, juggles the mark and takes it. This is looking ominous now. Takes me a while to catch up. Probably was looking ominous about 10 minutes ago.
His confidence is sky high, this bloke. You can just tell the way that he's been jumping around the forward line the last 10 or so minutes. He's eyeing double figures today.
And that was an experience pack that he outmarked there. Brogan was in it, Moore was in it. But he held on in any case at the 3rd grab.
Giving us a little bit of a look at the ball in the air too.
So he's going for 4, and his kicking has been exemplary this season, and that's no exception. That is a beautiful kick. He is on song. For Mitch Clark. Scully goes to the outer side. Watts is out there. Takes it and breaks away. Look at him go. Runs away from Wiley. Kicks down towards the 50. Beautiful finish too. About 40 metres out, Trengove has taken the mark and will turn around and line up, and the crowd love that. The talk has been about the opposition's youngsters. Well, their #1 draft pick decides to go for a run, and that's terrific.
Well, it's actually Trengove that's taken the mark against Scully, so I think that's what drew such a loud applause from the crowd. One move's been made too. Davis has now gone to Clark.
So the youngsters combining in effect. Trengove, the #2 pick behind Scully in his draft, kicks the goal. So all round a win for the Demons right there. Exhilarating stuff by Watts around the outer side.
He just needs to work a little bit harder offensively and see if he can't be on the end of something like that.
J-Mar did well, got over Bowden and then sort of butted up, kicked the ball forward. Sylvia with some dash. Well, this is a good sign, a lovely goal. We might have the appetite. Dennis talked about the fact that he and Mark Neal had a fairly strong conversation at quarter time. Well, he gritted his teeth there, didn't he?
Yep.
Just a scrappy kick out of the pack, and this is what we've seen him do in the past, where he's just shown such aggression at the ball and then speed and also power. He just ran through 2 tackles then, and the finish was just spot on.
He's probably getting a bit fitter too, Tim. Didn't play much footy early, did he, this season?
No, he didn't, and that would delight Melbourne fans as much as it would Mark Neal.
A full revolution. Just watch this again. He's got the footy. Well, prior opportunity there. As the ball comes down towards full forward, J-Mar this time outpoints Davis. Now he played on, but the umpire is going to award the mark. And that's fair enough.
So those tools inside that 20-30 metre arc are really troubling the Giants.
And that's good umpiring by
I'm blowing the whistle as he's trying to hit it.
I'm sure they'd love to have Chad Corns out there. Unfortunately, he's sitting on the bench helping out, talking to some of the youngsters.
McBurney. Elongated sentence. Here's J-Mar, 5 metres out then. The umpire didn't blow the whistle till he controlled it, but J-Mar, oblivious to that, was playing to the whistle and was off. So common sense prevails and J-Mar gets the goal. Here finds some space. Kicks deep towards the pocket. Coming up the ground is Garland. Garland sends it outside the 50. Wrong footing a would-be tackler. Rivers lines up at goal. Slides it across the face. That's manna from heaven as far as Howe is concerned. Just practicing his leap there. Nobody near him. Took the mark.
In line with me. Okay, that's a 5 metres.
This boy, regardless of how many games he plays in the rest of his career, will have a heck of a highlight reel if you stop now. Runs around, kicks the goal. We'll put that on it as well. Jeremy Howe gets the goal and Melbourne kick clear. They're up 63 to 38.
So I reckon he's capable of pushing up there.
So it was touched off the boot. McDonald couldn't quite shrug them off. Sylvia's been really good. Garland, who missed a sitter a moment ago, he's okay this time. And the D's, well, they're cashing in now, aren't they? They're going to have a big day.
And full credit to Mark Neal because he has thrown this side around in recent weeks as well. Garland going forward, I think it was against the Bombers, was a pivotal moment in that game. Kicked a couple of goals that got them over the line. He's on the forward line. He's not afraid to send Rivers down forward as well. And that's a good thing because I think in this day and age we don't see coaches toss their sides around enough when things are going bleakly. They believe so much in the process, they just stick with it.
He could toss it around.
Yeah, you're right about that. Kevin Sheedy could toss his side around from one end to the other. That's a good intelligent handball there by Sylvia. But I really like Garland because I reckon he does play as a natural forward. He actually pushes really hard to the ball and opens up a lot of space in the forward line for the other Melbourne players.
Bother, but that's another wayward kick. McDonald, here we go, to another McDonald. And he goes out wide and pinpoints it to Trengove, to McDonald. Bursting through, he's 60 metres out. Slowed down, lost momentum, goes to Blees. He's got plenty from an obscure angle, puts it through for a goal. Oh, he was virtually parallel to the goals there, but he's been able to slip it through from the tightest of angles.
He often, I'm not saying he's selfish, please, because he's not. I love the way he plays, but when he gets the ball, and if he's within 100 metres of goal, you know he's going to have a shot.
So what are you saying?
Well, he's sort of single-minded. He's blinking. You know?
Single-minded.
He likes a goal.
I wish you commentated me in the old days, Bruce. Single-minded.
Well, all I'm saying, I'm glad he kicked it.
I think he's glad he kicked it. I don't want to be unkind to him, but I don't reckon he had a shot at goal here. I reckon he might have been trying to centre that.
Seeing is believing, Tim. There you go. So anyway.
Yeah, like tattoos. And they've all got them.
So, gee, don't talk like an old fuddy-duddy, Dennis. They're showing your age.
Hang on.
I have had a birthday this week. Here's Darley, and he's gone for holding it. And Davey's going to get a free kick.
Melbourne's pressure has really been outstanding since, I reckon, about midway through that first quarter. And we talked about the spread that the Giants were achieving at that stage. But since then, they've really tightened up on the Giants all over the ground, and they've made it almost impossible for them to move with any real fluency.
He's one of the challenges for Mark Newell, isn't he, Davey? That he can finish his career on a high note, because he's still got a bit to offer you, Phil, don't you? There's a goal. And then Grimes, and that's close to the line, but Magna takes the mark. So 15 of the last 17 scoring shots for the D's, 10-5 to 1-1 in that time.
Tom Scully thought he'd won Tats, Dennis, when they made the offer.
And Davey running onto it.
Maybe security can throw him out. All those blokes that came along to protest today, I think that was overkill, wasn't it?
Yeah, when you sanitise something, you take a lot of the fun away, don't you?
And you draw attention to it too.
So let's see if Davey can get a second goal. The other one was from straight in front, and that one... Oh, he has. He's worked it back really well in the end, so he's got a couple of goals for the third quarter.
League leaders today on Queen's birthday. Coming out of the centre, Jamar sends it inside the forward 50. Good mark taken down there by Garland.
And it's just a procession now out of the centre too, so any chance they have of trying to construct something in their forward half is missing, because they just can't win the ball from the centre to get the ball there quickly enough so that they are competing one-on-one, the Giants.
So Garland certainly looks at home up forward. Apparently came to Melbourne as a forward. Mark Neild was rifling through some papers in their decline. Saw that, put him down there, and this afternoon he's got two.
That's what happens when your family goes away for a holiday. He spoke about that. He said that he was home on his own. He was late one night, and he thought, OK, I'll just pull that file out that I haven't had a look at for a while, and I'll go and have a look at some of my players and the history of the players, and that's what he uncovered.
Giants roving the pack is Davey, though. Smelt that one out, hooks it across the body. Trengo, the runner inside. Tom McDonald has a bounce, looked up, saw a man coming at him, produced a fumble, but Sylvia, the beneficiary of all of that, kicks another one. It's an avalanche. Sylvia's got his second.
Good finish by Sylvia. I reckon Vossi's thinking, gee, a lot of these blokes are playing themselves into form. We've got them next week, don't you? But he had time for Howe, and now McKenzie.
Seller forward of the centre circles. This one skews off the outside of the boot. Well judged there by Rivers. Eyes only for the footy. Oh, going pretty well. Certainly yesterday. Short-term job situation that, in terms of what was success and failure. That's success as Rivers steers it through.
Decision time now. Going to kick it long to a pack. Well, touched off the boot, so they have pressured them, and then Garland hooks it with a lovely check side. Gee, that's not for the highlight reel, is it? Garland's kicked his third.
76 points the margin then. Well, it's unforgivable after taking all that time. Blees on the mark, got hands to it. Garland did the right thing, and again Melbourne win it out of the middle.
The last sort of 5 to 10 minutes after a quiet third term. Sylvia weaving his way through, gets a little bit of penetration, and Davis, well, he's a bit stiff there. Does Rivers kick a fourth goal? Well, he's having a day out as Jared.
Ouch. Phil Davis landing in rather ungainly fashion.
That was just terrific.
Yeah.
Here's another one that's going to enjoy the day. So it's been a good day all round for the D's. They're going to pick this one off too, I think, too. Bate goes bang and kicks a goal.
Yeah.
So he gets his first. Ward running on hard, handball on the up OK, and then Treloar kicks the ball forward, and that might be it. It is. So a big win for Melbourne. They win it 20-15, 135 over Greater Western Sydney, 9-3, 57.
It's a grand old flag, it's a high-flying flag, it's the emblem for me and for you. It's the emblem of the team.
Let's go down to Brett Kirk, has got Nathan Jones, another good performance by him today.
Jonesy, great win. Looked like you really wanted to set the tone for the aggression early in this match.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. We had a real good week or two to think about it, and really wanted to come out and set the tone for the second half of the year and start on the right foot. I think we did that today.
How was it looking up, seeing big Mitch Clark down there forward line?
Oh yeah, I love it. I love it. Just kick it down there, and he makes a contest all the time. That's what we need. And it's great to see Riv bob up and do the same thing, and big rush Jamar when he gets down there. We need the big blokes to make a contest so we can hold it in and pressure it in the inside forward 50.
You talked about Mark Jamar. What was his service like in the middle today?
Yeah, pretty good. He's really starting to hit some form, and yeah, we just need him getting involved around the ground and clunking a few, but his tap work's superb for us mids.
So is this the belief and momentum you need for the second half of the year?
Yeah, I hope so. I think we put the right foot forward and started with the intent how we wanted to, and we really want to treat the second half of the year like a new season and continue to develop and improve and implement the structures and the key indicators that Neildy wants.
You're having a great year, mate. Go and enjoy it.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate it.
Becoming very much the face of Melbourne. Nathan Jones has a good afternoon, 34 possessions. Melbourne win by 78 points and pick up their second victory of the season.